Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, Mount Pleasant, Michigan. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Akron Zips, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Central Michigan Chippewas. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Zips will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Central Michigan Chippewas offense will...
He looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this window.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And the Chippewas can really attack on this second and short. They'll try the run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll try to get the edge on the left. It's a seam wide open. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll try the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
A little screen to the running back. To running room. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Chippewas are flying down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Chippewas can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to...
Turning on the Jets. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Snap to the back. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. That is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So Akron's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The screen, he can go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Zips racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Right back to the well. The Zips will keep this drive going.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. You throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. The back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. And the Zips are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. Now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the third play of this drive, third down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Whips it out on the screen. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. The screen always
out quickly. I think more and more defenses, Reese, today are just expecting it. They're practicing against it all week leading up to games. You can tell this defense well-versed right now in how to stop these types of plays.